Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be looking into The Sun have done an article on Harry, and one of their royal experts are saying by the time Harry is 50, he's going to be bald and skinned. To be honest, I think it's going to happen a bit quicker than that. Now, we're going to look into how Harry's reacting to this. Bearing in mind, you've just keeping it real here, that dude, man, I mean, he like fluffs up his like sparse hair on top of his head to kind of bouffon it up to make it look like a full head of hair. So I believe he's a little bit sensitive about being bald. Now, after going on my photo editing app and doing the bald thing, I can see why he doesn't want to shave his head. I really can. But yeah, the dude is going bald at an alarming rate, alarming levels of baldness, as he said about his brother. So yeah, we're going to look into how he's reacting to that. Also, we're going to have a bit of a press day today, I think. The Daily Fail have put up an article. I put it up the other day, and it's basically going through the timelines of Harry and Megxie and how everything happened and how everything fell apart. I am so pleased that people are going to start looking in timelines and looking into pre-2019, and when Megxie's concerned, pre-2016 as well. I really think that's an important thing, that people start digging through the past. It might take you to a few little uncomfortable places and change a few little narratives that you've believed, but I do believe that there is more stuff there and there's a bigger story at play. And it's a very juicy and very, if what I speculate is correct, it's a very juicy, it's a very sickening, and it's problematic as hell, man. So we shall see what the press give up. I am just a tarot reader. I am just a tarot reader on the internet. I ain't a news reporter. I'm just saying. So I'd like the investigative journalists to go and look into that, please, because they have the legal recourse and they also have the protection of the press. So there is that as well. Anyway, so there's 2 points I'm quite interested in. With regards to Harry's baldness, we're going to get into it right now with the cards, keeping it light, guys. We shall have a look and see how he has reacted to the new article in The Sun saying he's going to be bald and skinned by 50, which I think that is a generous estimate, to be honest with you guys. I mean, what is he now? When was he? I can't remember. He's like 41, 42, maybe 40. Yeah, I don't know. He's over 40 though. Still acting like he's like 3. But we're going to have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a dig into it. Let's have a look at how Harry is. Let's have a see. Let's see what's going on with him. Dooby-doo-doo. Oh, that's too far. Oh, the Sun have gone too far. How dare you comment on his hair, for lack of it. The 9 of Wands is in reverse. There's a boundary issue here. We're going to be talking about boundaries. He's gone for his personal appearance. It's not personal, Harry. It's just life, really. I mean, you get old, things fall out, things sag, extra things grow, you know. I mean, extra hair. Unfortunately, not on your head though. So yeah, the 9 of Wands in reverse shows that he feels like it's a boundary violation. So is it not a boundary violation with everything you've done in Spare and in your interviews and all of that? Are those not boundary violations for your family, Harry? So we've got the boundary violation straight away. So, okay, let's see what's crossing over him. Oh, he feels tied up. He feels frustrated. Okay, this is interesting. This means that there isn't, of course, there's an energy there that he wants to lash out, but he's caught up in something. He can't respond. This is interesting. This is really interesting. There's a lot of talk about Harry and Megxie rejoining the royal family. Now, I can't see that happening with Megxie still in tow. I can't see William being comfortable with that. Harry and Megxie have said they'll never come back and live in the UK and blah, blah, blah. However, I feel like the press lately have been alluding to the fact that the press really don't want them anything to do with the British royal family. With the story from The Sun, with the story from the Daily Mail, Richard Eden did an amazing podcast about, fair play, props to Richard Eden, because got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Richard Eden. That is one-sided, of course, but like, I mean, I'm just saying. Like, the whole thing is just like he's done this thing about the trolling of Catherine, Princess of Wales, and in January 2024, I said, I'm not touching it because I can see how this is moving. I know I can feel it. So I was correct about that as well. Anyway, I just want to say, the Eight of Swords crossing over, he feels entrapped. Okay, we've got the Nine of Coins in reverse above, and we've got the Hanged Man. Okay, he's very impatient. The Hanged Man in reverse shows that he is not willing to self-sacrifice parts of himself. So that whole like Queen Elizabeth vibe, the whole royal family vibe is service and all of that stuff. This dude hasn't learned anything from the past few years. In a way, he's kind of like stuck in this whole feeling sorry for himself, feeling embittered, feeling angry at the world, feeling hostile. He hasn't learned it all yet. He's not where he needs to be to make his life better. He sacrificed the wrong thing as well with the Hanged Man in reverse. He sacrificed his family. So what's on top here? It's the Nine of Coins in reverse. The Nine of Coins in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Of course, in traditional tarot, it's a beautiful lady standing in a walled garden, protected. You know the score if you've been here around a while. It's everything that Catherine projects, yeah? Everything that the Princess of Wales projects. With it in reverse, it's Megxie's. Just because I've been reading the cards for so long for these guys, when this comes out, it's Megxie's. Oh, it's her dislike of everything that Catherine is, and she isn't. So Catherine to Megxie is like a mirror, yeah? So all of her failings, when she looks at Catherine, she feels in herself, and that's why she really hates Catherine. And that's a very Jungian thing, but she is that's how Megxie sees the world in a way. She doesn't realize it, but yeah, that's the vibe. The Nine of Coins in reverse as well would indicate, I must say as well, in a more traditional speaking, that they ain't got all that money. They want to be showing they got that money. They want to be showing they got that coin, but they ain't got it. They haven't got it. It's not there. It's just not there. Seriously, for real. Like I know Netflix has just went boom, ha ha ha. Oh, and I predicted that in 2019. It hadn't even left the royal family then. But anyway, yeah. So there's that as well. So let's have a look. I'm not bigging myself up, guys. Well, I am a bit. Somebody has to. I know. It's terrible, isn't it? These YouTubers. Let's have a look at what's leaving the situation. Probably common sense. The Queen of Swords is in reverse there. Now, the Queen of Swords, to me, when this comes out, you have got a energy that's led up to this. Now, the Queen of Swords, for me, when we've been looking into their readings lately, they've got this new woman called she's the communications person. Now, she's like a sugar on steroids. Everything the Markles have been doing has been pushing the press to kind of clap back at them a bit. So we've had a lot of sappy posts. We've had a lot of as ever. We've had a lot of all of this, that, and the other. And I feel that the press are starting to kind of like, okay, let's just state that we really don't like them. We really don't want them, and give you the whole reason, not just a reaction to the latest news, but they're starting to kind of like document. And I feel like there needs to be more documentation out there in the public domain. There was one documented bit that was done by the Mail a while ago, and interestingly enough, that was like last month or the month before, but it's been done like spring summer this year. And that documentation, it showed all of Megsy's kind of like relationships leading up to the royals and all of the she dumped. So you've got Miss Mulrooney, you've got Miss Pretty, you've got all of those guys in that. So it's really important that people look at stuff, you know, and go back and maybe revalue some of the narratives we've heard, you know, because there is a narrative that is unquestionable about some of the Megxit community, and that's not letting Megsy off the hook. Far from it. It actually will make her look worse. Okay. Anyway, going back to that, I feel like this is what's causing the press to turn around and say, you're going to be bald and skint if you keep going, which is effectively what they're doing. They're telling you you're going to be bald and skint. They've took a bit of a personal jab and they've took a real jab with that comment. And they've published it in an article. So there's that. So they're kind of forewarning him in a way, I guess. So let's have a look and see what's coming up next for the delightful. Yeah, he's got regrets. He's feeling sorry for himself, guys. He's going to have to let some stuff go. He's going to have to let some stuff go here with that 5 of Cups. There is no crying over spilt milk when you're the one who got the milk out of the fridge and then threw it all around the room, spraying it up the walls, and now you're upset that there's milk everywhere and you have to clean up. This is Harry's problem, is taking ownership in a way of parts of the stuff that he's done rather than just going, I'm justified because I'm a victim. It's complicated. Life's complicated, but Harry isn't. So he just goes into this kind of like victim mode, you know? Let's have a look. He can't even say like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but I can see why I did that. And I can see why you'd be upset. Like, he can't just kind of go, okay, this is what happened. I apologize if I upset you. I did it because of this. That's all anyone ever wants to hear. You just want to say, okay, no problem. This is why I did it. This is what's the reasoning for it. That's all. You know, I mean, it's not exactly a difficult thing, but sorry is the hardest thing to say. We have the Sun here in reverse. Interesting enough, the article is in the Sun. And we've got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse as well. What did I say about them? This is the press going at them because there's rumors that they are trying to reconnect with the royal family. And the press are going, these ain't royals. These don't behave like royals. The press are actually forcing a distinction between the royal family in people's minds. Like, it's not already there, but they're really hammering home that they don't see them as royals. With the Sun in reverse, again, we can go back to children, we can go back to kids. Harry could well say something about his kids in all of this and try and make it about his kids because he wants to go into victim mode. The 5 of Pentacles is that wanting to come back in and feeling sorry for yourself or wanting that association with something. But because you believe you've been hard done by. So let's have a look, see what's coming up. There's the 9 there. There's something coming up about his work. This has been coming up more and more, work in inverted commas, but his what he does for a living, how he thrives, what he lives for, what he does. There's going to be some stuff around, I don't know, what's it called? Better up, potentially. It could be in Griftus. It could be, what's he in? He's in all of these kind of like controlling free speech things, isn't he? So it could be something like that. But anyway, whatever it is, he's not going to look competent. There's a surprise. He hasn't got any purpose. And this is another narrative that we may well be hearing more of. He has no purpose. He has no skill. I mentioned it a few weeks ago in a tarot reading, and they've been talking about it in the press all of a sudden as well. So it's obviously in the ether that he isn't functional, if you know what I mean, in that sense of the word. He isn't ready to admit some failings and try and rebuild himself. Now, the thing is, when I say admit failings, I'm not expecting him to upload a video to YouTube and say, I've done these things wrong and da-da-da, and do a whole mea culpa thing. What I'm expecting him to do is change his behavior. because words mean nothing. Change your behavior. That is how you apologize and change and move on. He done. How does Megsie feel about this? Well, he's not happy. Let's see how Megsie is, because she always wants to have the hot one, the girl who got everything, you know. She wants that vibe. She's just so quirky and nice and so deserving, and I got everything. Ugh. And she didn't. She's kind of getting her energy right back at her, to be honest. Let's have a look and see where we are with Megsie. Okay, we've got the Ace of Cups upright. What's going on? I'm not used to seeing an upright card in Megsie's deck. Spread. Okay, the Ace of Cups. Okay, we're hitting we'll see what's crossing up. Let's see what's crossing over, because that is insane. And a door closing. Okay. She is going to go full love bombing. I am Diana incarnate, guys. That 2 of Wands in reverse there. That's the door, and that's the Netflix's door going toom, slam. Bye. So yeah, there's that. There's the 5 of Pentacles there. Oh, wow. And there's that Queen of Swords in reverse. So we've got some duplicate cards already. The 5 of Pentacles above the situation, like they want to seem like at the minute she's concerned about being outcast, you know. She's got this lady around her, this Queen of Swords in reverse, this woman who's their new PR person, this woman who's like their sugar in chief, basically, and she's been trying to do some stuff. This ain't gonna end well, guys. It's not gonna end well. Never does with those two. 9 of Wands is boundaries. Interesting, the same card that started with Harry. She really doesn't want people digging into her stuff. She really doesn't want people digging into her past, which is an interesting thing. So there's boundaries in the past there. She doesn't want it. Now, this might even be recent past. There might be some more stuff with Netflix and stuff coming out. As far as Harry's concerned here, this is just I'm not getting that she's bothered. We are going to be getting a lot of oh, actually she is. Never mind. Scratch that. Okay. She's focused on a different thing rather than this particular article. Her reaction to it is different. We're going to be getting this whole I am a lovely person, I'm a lovely caring person, this is my lovely family bit coming up, while Harry feels sorry for himself. It has actually wounded her, this bold comment. And the moon in reverse shows that there is lies and levels of insanity that are absolutely off the charts. With the ace, with the starting card, the Ace of Cups, but what's on her mind card, the 3 of Swords, that's a hell of a juxtaposition. I really feel like this woman's like disassociating between reality and some kind of beige reality. I don't even think she's hit the reality we're currently in my allegedly whatever, but she just doesn't seem to be there, you know. The moon is in reverse. The moon in reverse shows that there's a level of madness. It's interesting because it can also indicate that there's somebody who's a Piscean causing her some rubbish. I wonder if Mulrooney's going to say something. Mulrooney, step up. Come on out. Come and speak. That moon in reverse, yeah. And that sorrow card. Yeah, she's feeling sorry for herself. Yeah, she's feeling really sorry. We're going to be getting some how I stayed positive in the mental health card. Now, we've got 2 big family cards. We've got the 10 of Pentacles and we've got the 10 of Cups. And surprisingly, they're both in the upright. So she's either going to have some Hollywood connections there, or she's going to try and make a big thing that she's part of a certain set of celebrities linked to a certain kind of creative group, even though Megsie is creative. But yeah, so you've got the 10 of Cups there and you've got the 5 you've got the 10 of Pentacles as well. Interesting. I wonder if it's a political party. It could be a type of movement. It could be like an organization that is going to kind of protect her. But we're going to get it heavy with the 10 of Cups on her like familial relationships and how wonderful she is and all of that. That's what she wants us to see. We're going to be getting that. Okay, let me just have a quick look and see how Megsy reacted to the Daily Veil digging through her past with that article. So just to summarize, she is bothered, and we're going to get propaganda. Again, it's just the same, but she's going to be like, look how wholesome my family is, look at all my rich friends kind of stuff. That's exactly what she's going to do according to the cards. Let us have a look and see where she is with this Daily Mail article. The Daily Mail article that listed all the failures. I described it as a vision board of failure. You know, Megsy likes her vision boards. So let's have a look and see how she reacted to this one. Oh, she feels seen. We have got the Knight of Wands there, the Prince of Wands in this deck. So yeah, she's there, she's all over it, she can see it, she's watching it, she's seeing it. She is aware of it. She wants to do something with it though. She has taken notice and she wants to take some type of action with it. Okay. The Queen of Swords is crossing over. Yeah, that, like I say, this woman who is the sugar in chief, she is the PR person. That they are thinking, both of them are thinking of doing something about this, like big style, real big style. Let's have a look. Sorry about that. I just went quiet because Merlin comes in when doing readings and he sits and looks at us and he's like, why are you talking to yourself? You know? He looks concerned. So I had a Merlin check in. Okay, so what she wants is Wheel of Fortune above and the Emperor underneath. They're really going to milk this connection with the royal family, you know, guys. They're really going to milk all the stuff that is going on in the... they're actually getting uprights. That's weird, man. They're really going to link. Try that. Okay. There's the Three of Wands. There's the option. She's going to use the thing in the press as like fuel. She's going to use all that as fuel. She's going to try and use it as some type of look at me, I'm great thing. Oh, okay, but let's see what's on her mind when it comes to it. So we've got glory coming in. The King of Swords. Yeah, no price today, Megsy. The Hierophant. Well, she's worried about me. With the King of Swords there, and we've got the Queen of Swords in the reading, she's thinking very strategically. Now, this could be an air sign man who's around it. The one I can think of off the top of my head is Boozy. The bot guy. He's an air sign. I think he's a Gemini. Around it is the Pope with tradition. So they are like, Megsy doesn't see this as necessarily a bad thing, this vision board of failure, because it juxtapositions to the royal family, which I don't think is the Daily Mail's intent at all. I think the Daily Mail's intent was like, ha ha, look at them. So she's actually thought of some way she can use this. Interesting. One thing she is really worried about is money, though. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's a big issue with money. And we've got the Two of Swords, which is balanced. There was a choice coming up which way she moves. Interesting. Interesting. Something with her father. Interesting as well. Let me just double check if that's her father or the king, because the emperor can denote like the head of the family or an Aries. It could be an Aries, or there's an Aries there supporting her, or it could denote her actual dad. Let's have a look. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. She thinks all the references to the king and Harry's alleged meetings and all this stuff is going to change her. We've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's going to change her energy around. Yeah, she thinks people will start seeing her more a bit like Catherine. She's like, yeah, so she kind of wants it in a way. So that's what she's. The way it works, from my understanding, is because Harry and Meghan, when they've get searched or looked up on the internet, Megsy sees everything as the algorithm changes. That's why they don't kind of like, they don't do like, that's why the revisionist history is so rubbish, because they just go, I want this, I want that, and they just trend hop or narrative hop. With regards to, let me get my words right. With regards to that, so you're going to see their name. If you search the royal family, the first articles are going to come up with Harry and Meghan, and it gets them more traction. It also, in their mind, will change public perception of them, because they're being linked to a quite popular, very popular institution that they've been slagging off for the last 5 years. So there's that. They even slagged it off before they left the royal family. They did that 2019 ITV in South Africa thing. So there's that as well. So I do believe there's that she's any article that links her to the royals like that, even if it's a list of failures, is in her mind, it's good because it drives clicks and views, and for her brand. That's what she's thinking, even though the rest of her brand is a complete mess. She thinks like this kind of stuff will get it sorted. What she really wants to do is just start selling tat on the TikTok shop. You know? I mean, really? Just do that, Megsy. Okay, I just want to have a quick look at money. See what's going on with the cash flow. Let's have a look. Oh, it's stuck. They can't get rid of something. There's money that they can't get rid of. There's something there that they're worried about. This. So if you can't get rid of money, so you've got to deposit money. If you've got to deposit money, there's something stuck somewhere. Why would that money be needed to get rid of or covered up or things? So there's something with money there. There's something not good with money. Okay. They could be burning through it. Yeah, they are. They are in deep doo-doo with cash for some reason. We have got the moving van. They're going to be moving. Are they going to put a story out that they're going to be moving? That's interesting. Why would that involve money, though? Maybe California's too expensive. Watch out, Canada. Yeah, okay. Gamer in reverse. The taser in reverse. They need to stop reading their own press. They need to stop reading their own comments on the internet. They need to stop reading YouTube comments, Reddit. They need to get off that. It's not good for the health. It's really not good for the health. The taser is done. The troll is, that could well be what they're spending their money on, guys. What they spend a lot of money on is their little trolls, is their little defense team, is their little bots. But that taser in reverse, I'm stunned. Interesting. We've got a few more. Yeah, they're skint, guys. Rent controlled apartments. Harry going to start a weed venture? Catfish. Everything is not as it seems with them, and we know that. So none of these cards are like mind-blowingly something coming in. But I'm interested in about that money that caused. There's money caused an issue. There's just been money that's caused an issue starting off. And one more card for like the heart of the whole matter. Let's see what this says. It could be completely random. They're gaslighting themselves. They gaslit themselves into believing their own hype. They left the royal family. Megsy's gaslit herself since she was 11 years old, or prior to that, into believing she's some kind of humanitarian hottie. Well, acting like a complete mean girl, completely gaslighting themselves into all of their money issues. They're overconfident in their abilities, and they are, and they don't listen to people who are good at what they do. They think they're good at everything. It's just a nightmare. They're just a nightmare, guys. The weed stuff, I'm interested with that. I wonder if they're going to do like Meghan Markle's CBD oil. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness, that would be so bad. Anyway, guys, that's tonight's reading. That's today's reading. I thought we would have a bit of a look into that, everything that's been going on. We'll do a live stream over the weekend sometime for you all. Thank you very much for your support this week. I appreciate it so much, guys. What else? Yeah. I think that's about it. I think that's all I wanted to say, guys. All right. Lots of love. I'll catch you all later, guys. Bye, everyone.